While I can't say I'm going to be 100% sold on the concept of a live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender, I will give credit where credit is due. The art direction is great. I'm often annoyed in live-action adaptations of animated properties that we end up watering down the original's color palette in order to have fake realism, and we're trying to make everything dirty and dusty in order to give the impression that reality is dirty and dusty, but I think there is a nice medium, and so far I think this series does strike it pretty well. I will resist the urge to call the ostrich horses chocobos just out of habit. I heard that the runtime of this series will actually be longer than the original series, which, it's a good time to add some extra characterization, such as having Azula do archery. I would assume she's doing this for sport because it feels out of character for her to actually have weapons. Not to mention, her killing an animal and just watching it die sounds very in character for her, because you know how firebending death can be very instantaneous because you fry the person's internal organs, rather than just letting them die from an arrow wound. Sheesh, this video got darker than I expected. I do like that they're doing things to recontextualize the cartoonier aspects of the original series, such as in the opening where Aang faceplants into a statue on an air scooter. It's been recontextualized here as him entertaining the children of Kyoshi Island, which, okay, that makes sense. It's also slower than the original, but the context makes sense. You're trying to entertain children, and it also gives them the ability to work around the fact that bending will have to be a bit slower. I said it was going to be slower than the original series. I don't mean it's going to be a snail's pace. Based off the trailer, it's not going to do what the Shyamalan film did and have bending take forever. Also, Daniel Day Kim, I'm contractually obligated to call him the OG terrible parent of the Avatar verse. Hey bye. Once more, I need to praise the art direction. Actually looks like an intimidating monster. I think I'll be reasonably entertained by Avatar: The Last Airbender's live action adaptation. I'm not going to be like I was when I was a child, because let's face it, when I watched it, I was blown away as a child, and I'll probably never have that feeling again, but I think I will be reasonably entertained. If anything, it will be way better than anything Disney pulled with their live action reboots in terms of actual art direction and not sucking. But those are just my thoughts. Please consider liking, subscribing, tipping the channel on Ko-fi. This is Cyril signing off.